How's it going, everybody? My name's Casey. We're going to jump into a game called Let Me In, and I don't really know what it's about, but I do know that there is somebody who is obviously trying to get in, and there's apparently a lot of dialogue. Let's give it a shot. This looked really, really interesting. Let me just get comfortable here if I'm going to be sitting for a little bit and trying to read, and hopefully not messing things up too badly. I missed you. If only I could stay at home that night. I don't know where you are, but I believe that you are alive. Somewhere. I do not know how much time has passed since your disappearance. I've lost a feeling of time. I don't know what's happened to you. The only thing which helps me to live day by day. Memories. Memories about you. Oh no. This guy's dealing with a lot of stuff. My favorite TV show. Bright lights and blinking screen makes me calm. I feel safe here. My house is my castle, isn't it? Sick consciousness. Close your eyes. What can you hear around? I hear children. Or people talking anyway. I can hear my favorite TV show. I can hear a clock on my wall. Do you know where you are when you close your eyes? I remember how my room looks. Actually, many rooms look like this. But I feel safe in mine. Are you alone? Oh, what the heck? I have choices? Yes. I'm not sure. Yes, I think so. Yes, I am alone. Oh. It was 2:10 a.m. when someone knocked on my door. Who can it possibly be? I need to check it out. Okay. Yo, this is really creepy. It smells like something is rotting outside. I can't hear anything, but I feel someone is standing behind the door. Probably I should go open the door. Open the door, check the peephole. Now I'm opening the door. This is probably so dumb. I'm doing it. The smell of rotting became even stronger. What hides in the dark? Who decided to visit me? Hi! So why does he smell like he's rotting then? This night seems to be very calm. Who are you? Why did you come to my house? I apologize. I usually walk here and there at nights, looking for somebody to visit. Some people close the door in front of me. Well, that happens. That's so sad. I prefer to knock before I enter normally. I prefer to knock before I enter normally? There are so many doors and so many people. So many lost souls. Some doors are easier to enter. Some souls do not care. Some people are kind enough to let me in. Such people usually are friendly too. Yes. Let me say that again. Some people are friendly to guests. I like to visit people at their houses when they're alone. But when the night ends, I prefer to hide in some dark places where nobody can find me until the next calm night, when I can visit more people. People who are kind to guests. Oh no. Allow to enter, go away. My wife was kind to guests. Oh, that's right. I guess he's probably dealing with a bunch of things, right? Because in the beginning, he was talking about... I think he was talking about that, or maybe he was talking about... I don't remember. Maybe he didn't say anything. Memory of a goldfish, everybody. Yes. I had to know your wife. She was a pretty kind person. You were lucky with your wife. She was so kind to let me in. When I knocked her door, the door was one of the doors which was easy to enter. What did you do to my wife? Oh, you're so creepy. You're getting closer. You are getting closer. I don't like this. I need to be honest with you. You know what? Exactly, I am not a good person. I like calm nights. Like this one. I usually take kind of gift when I leave. It seems very kind to give gifts to your guests. They are always different. The gifts, sometimes people who I visit don't want to give the gift, but it looks unkindly. So I take the gift myself. Should I? Like, I obviously, if I'm doing this like in real life, I'd be like, go away, right? I wouldn't even probably open the door, to be perfectly honest. But I'm very, very curious to see what this is going to happen and what it's going to do. I want to see what happens. I'm allowed to enter. I am glad that you are kind to guests. Perhaps I can enter normally now. It was 2:30 a.m. when the guests entered my house. Oh no! You can see him. He's in this side. Or like, I guess you can't really see him. Hold on. You see him there now, everybody? He's just above me. You can see his face. I'll keep the camera here for just a second. Can I take a seat? No, I don't want to do that just yet. I want to see what he says. I see. It's not a problem. I guess. You look like a very silent one. You don't speak too much. I don't like my guests. I prefer quiet nights. quiet nights, but I'm assuming I don't like guests. Although, if I'm letting him in, then maybe I do like guests. At least that's what I'm hoping to gravitate towards him. Yes. I prefer such too. I like quiet, calm nights. Oh yeah, he said that as well, I think. When nothing happens. So, it's so calm. So much time for visits. I like such nights. What was that? Oh, it did it again. There's like a weird green thing that's popping up, like a bar. It feels like many people like them too. People also like moments. A piece of time which feels important for them. As important as gifts. What could you give me as a gift? I don't know. You're in my home, isn't that good enough? I'm being kind to you. That's a gift. Kindness. A cup of coffee? Ignore the question, cup of coffee. What happened to the music? Did I choose bad? Does he not like coffee? Oh. You know, a gift is something. Something important for you. I don't think this gift is important for you. Well, I will. I will allow me to take the decision upon myself. Hi. How are you doing, man? This face looks familiar to me. I enjoyed to visit you this night. I would like to take something. Something to remember you. I will take your face? Okay. That was pretty disturbing, I'm not gonna lie. So there's more than one ending. We've established that. I want to find a good ending. Let's go again. I feel like I must have made it pretty far then. Because obviously there's different choices what you choose influences or reflects your ending. So I made it that far and I got a bad ending. I think if I keep going along that path, instead of going offer him coffee and I just ignore the question, maybe I will be able to continue on with whatever is happening. I don't know what's happening, but I'm actually really enjoying this a lot so far. This is really, really intriguing. This is very, very interesting. Let's continue again. Let's see what happens. So we're going all the way back. Allow to enter. Skip. Yes. Oh, wait. Oh no, did I mess it up? Oh, that's right. I went no, and then I could offer him coffee or ignore him. And I was going to go with the ignore the question, but I accidentally went sit with me. I appreciate. Oh no. You look like a very silent one. You don't speak too much. We're back to this again. I prefer quiet nights. Okay, it seems very kind to give your gifts to your guests. They're always different. The gifts, sometimes people who I visit don't want to give me the gift. Well, it looks unkindly, so I take the gift myself. From time to time, what could you give me as a gift? Here we go. So I think maybe I did choose the right thing before again. I don't know. But anyway, we're back to this again. Let's ignore the question. You are still silent. I know. Some people are not talkative with guests. You know, last night I visited a woman with her son. That was a pretty silent visit. One of the visits where they don't find it good to give gifts to their guests. So, I had to take that gift myself. I remember that sweetie screams, but I didn't do anything bad. I just took my gift. Poor mother was thinking that I will take her son. But that would be cruel and wrong. I prefer to think I am a very kind person. So, her son is still in her house. Rotting inside a concrete wall in her bedroom. Huh. Very funny story, I believe. She probably still doesn't understand. Where's your son and why? Why are there so many flies in her room? Wait a second. Remember in the very beginning when he smelled a rotting corpse? Was that him? Or is this some kind of crazy thing where my wife is in the wall? People are so different. I believe some people think that bad things happen to them because they deserve it, or because they do something wrong. That is not correct opinion. In fact, bad things are just random events. You never know what will happen in a few minutes, or a few hours. When I visited an old man last month, we had a really good conversation. We drank some tea for sure. This man kindly gave me a very pleasant gift. You know what? Even despite the fact that you are silent and you do not talk too much, I enjoyed this visit. I am glad that I can talk here. Do you like to talk? Please don't give me the option. Please don't give me the option. Please don't give me the option. They gave me the option, everybody. Yes, not with strangers. Okay. If I go not with strangers, maybe he will think that he's not a stranger. Because a second ago he said that we were talking and having a nice conversation. So maybe he thinks we're not strangers. 2:50, it was time for the guests to leave. I apologize. I am going to leave soon. I think that it would be kindly for you to give me something as a gift. I prefer to think it's kind. It is kind to give the gifts to your guests. What could you give? Back to this again. Even now you are silent. Perhaps I did some mistakes. I apologize. I should be more polite. Yes, you should. Everyone has something important. And was there something important to you? Yep. My wife. I see. I remember her screams when I visited her. You are a monster. Ah. That words hurt me. Is there words of rude person? Or a person who lives just because of memories? Memories help you live day by day, without any purpose, without any goal. Only the feel of the fault. Every night, when you try to get to sleep, you think it is your fault. Gifts are always something important. And I know you have something important to give. Oh, gee, I thought the game was over. I thought he was going to take my face again. Okay. My wife is important. And I think I tried a cup of coffee before and it didn't work out, so man, what's going to happen? Something important. I see. That gift seems a very important thing. I appreciate. It was 3 a.m. when the guest left. I can see my room. I can see my favorite TV show. I can hear it. Was there something else? Something that I should remember? Probably no. Perhaps that was just a dream. I should go to sleep. Sometimes memories are the most important thing that we have. Sometimes they help us to live. But sometimes it is better to leave everything as is. quite understand that ending. In the very, very beginning of the game, didn't he talk about his wife? But in this situation at the end, I don't think his wife was brought up. So does that mean that his memories were gone of his wife? And he doesn't think about it when he goes to sleep? Because, again, this guest talked about that at the very end, where, you know, if you go to sleep, you have those memories. So that means that he must have taken away the memories and, I guess, the pain of his wife. So now he doesn't have that pain, and he can go about his life, but he doesn't have the memory, either. Death is a part of life. Don't you want those memories? I feel like that's probably what happened. Unless I'm really off, but again, goldfish brain, I'm very, very dumb. Unfortunately, I don't pick up on things well. You got to explain things to me like I'm 5 years old. That's what I took from it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that might have been the ending. I will look to see if there's any more endings as well, and if there is, I'll jump back into it, see if we can get some other ones, but let me just see, first of all, what I missed, if anything. Otherwise, hey, we're going to wrap it up. All right, everybody, so there's actually one more ending, and that is when we first hear that knock, and we have to make the decision about this guest. Let's go on. Let's continue. So they're asking if I'm alone. Yes, I am alone. It was 2:10 a.m. when somebody knocked on my door. Who can it possibly be? I need to check it out. It smells like something is rotting outside. I can't hear anything, but I feel someone is standing behind the door. Probably I should go and open the door. Let's try this first. I checked the peephole. There's nothing there. There was nobody behind the door. However, I felt like the smell of rotting gradually increased and moved behind my back. Yo, that's so creepy. I can slightly hear the sound from the vent in my kitchen. Or maybe it is just me. Rats? Probably. Or maybe somebody or something is trying to get into my house. It will get into my house and hide somewhere until I get to sleep. And it will eat my insides silently, like rats eat the food in the kitchen at night. Oh no, that is so freaking creepy. I should not be so panicked. I am still in my house. Nothing can touch me while I am here. My house... Did you just hear that? Was that a cough? Was that something shuffling behind me? I heard something as I was speaking, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't in my room. It must have been in the game. My house is my castle. I feel safe here. Open the door. There was still nobody behind the door. I could still feel the smell of rotting. Perhaps somebody who was standing behind the door found another way to enter my house. Oh, no. People think that bad things hide in the dark. I don't think so. I feel safe in the dark. Now I can go back and watch my favorite TV show. I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is heading. He's in the house. He's got to be. My favorite TV show. Bright lights and blinking screen makes me calm. I feel safe here. Even in the dark. Close your eyes. What is happening? What can you hear? I can hear my favorite TV show. I can hear a clock on my wall. I can hear footsteps. Slowly coming from the kitchen. I can feel the smell of rotting. It was 2:30 a.m. when the guest came. Oh, this is it. We're done. Well, at least I didn't get my face eaten. So I think that was all the endings. I think there's maybe 3 endings. I hope so. But yeah, that was a really just fantastic little game. A fantastic little game. Honestly, I recommend that you all, if you haven't even heard of this game and want to check it out, go for it. It is a free game. Even though you likely saw all the endings, I would like everybody to experience this for themselves. Because there was such a creepy, unsettling feeling the whole time when I was playing this. You don't need good graphics, that's for sure. Story is very important, and this story was really, really good. So that was Let Me In. I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check out the free game for yourself. Like I said, highly recommend that you do. Fantastic little game. And I will see you with more games, horror games, more games in general in the future. Bye for now.